Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're on episode 17 of What If Civilization Started Over. In the last, we saw the Egyptian-Victorian War begin, with the Victorian horde storming up the Egyptian Republic. So yeah, let's get into this. To start out, we're going to start to see Victorian troops start to march into Egypt, as their main goal currently is to make sure those Egyptians can't access Ethiopia, which could lead to them eventually reaching the capital city. And yeah. Next, well, we're going to actually start to see a landing in Arabia by the Victorian forces. This landing is very, very unsuccessful, as they lose so many more troops than the Egyptians, and slowly they're going to actually be almost fully pushed out of Arabia, with just a few beaches and maybe a town, as we see these mountains. But they realize maybe they can control these beaches around the mountains, giving them a fortified position. Well, if we remember, the Hainan Empire is in the midst of a, well, pretty bad civil war, as those rebel forces are going to start to overwhelm the northern Philippine Islands, eventually pushing the naval superpower of the world of Hainan out of it. But don't worry, Hainan is actually going to make a strategic landing in the south of the island, going up, taking this major city, and actually both of them. But, well, surprisingly, we're going to see troops over here start to, well, re-push back, and they are going to, well, fully take the city back. Actually, both. And this is going to be a back and forth front until it eventually ends something like this, with the Hainan rebels losing a lot of land. Next, we go over here to Bengal. It's one of the most peaceful nations in this entire series. It may even be the most democratic, but this land they took from India, it doesn't like. So we're going to like them. This rebellion starts, but eventually it turns into a coup, with up here land being taken. If you remember, this nation was really, really small, and the revolution is going to sweep all across, and eventually they're going to surrender, and we're going to see the formation. Oh, not of that nation, but we're going to see the Bengali Empire to form. And well, it has a new target. Its goal is to be the one who will reunify India. And so it's going to launch an invasion of this green nation. Some people call it the successor to the pink team, but the pink team's still technically there. Because actually all three are claimed to be successors, as the main government has fallen. This one has the political capital, this one has the economic capital, and this one has the military capital. So all three has a claimant to being the true Bengali nation. But Bangladesh, they feel like they're the true Bengali nation. And well, they're going to surrender this nation. And well, to look at a treaty, this nation will fully fall to Bengal. And well, the Bengali Empire is growing stronger. It is getting on par with Myanmar and Persia. And so, yeah, And well, to continue Bangladesh's little expansion heist, you can call it, they will enter in to Ceylon. Ceylon is now getting invaded. Ceylon, I'm pretty sure I said last episode, it is one of the strongest nations on Earth, the strongest in the Indian subcontinent, is now at war, getting invaded. Well, to make things a bit worse, we are going to see this major city start a leftist, I guess you can say, rebellion, with them wanting to form proto-socialism. So yeah, it's getting chaotic. Who knows? This may be the War of Chaos or the War of the Falling. And while we're now on the religion map, you want to know why? It is because South African Orthodoxy, the the or one of the now the most popular religion in South Africa, is continuing to expand. Well, South Africa, they don't like that. They're going to start to do some genociding in their territory. It's not good, but yeah, this is what they're able to do. And just looking at this religious map of the world, we can see even Antarctica has a religion. But yeah, this religion map is very in depth. It took a bit to work on. There's so many different little religions here. All of Oceania is in a religion. It is the, I guess, Australian religion, and then we have these two religious groups are different. Probably should say. And yeah, we're even seeing the Caspian nation have some of this paganism in it, European paganism. North America has tons of different religions. You are in the same branch as you, but you are not. I just had a lot of yellow colors. But let's get back to the main point of what we're doing here. And that is why we're on the religion map. The South African Orthodoxy areas, which are pretty cool, are going to declare independence from the Victorian horde. It looks something about like this here, and it's just going to start to sweep the nation. Even those purple religion here is going to sweep it. Within the South, this, I guess you can say, rebellion starting, the Victorian horde will now have to reallocate some resources down south over into the South African Orthodoxy rebellion. Well, this is when we are going to see the assassination of one of the most important nations, Oman. Oman, the poorest nation on earth, yes, is not very populated, doesn't even have a capital. Their leader will get assassinated. And to let you know, this is still a part of India. And you're like, where's India even now? India is this little scattered place. It's barely even holding on. It has these areas, and those two little areas in Oman. And so yeah, India, it's cooked, really cooked. Back in Egypt, we're going to see them continue to push up into Kush, and they're going to. This was supposed to be on the Nile, so we're just going to pretend the Nile relocated to here. And with this here, another landing in Arabia will be made. This one's going to be a lot more successful. And Egypt's core territories are now starting to be threatened by the Victorian horde. This is very scary, but don't worry, Egypt's going to do fine. They're going to retake Arabia. And, well, Cyprus, yeah, this nation, it's going to kinda, yeah, it's just going to take this area out here, sadly. And, yeah, it's pretty successful. They're actually only want to see 12 troops be lost in this entire campaign, which is very surprising. Well, we're now going to Caspia, the best nation in yeah. They're now going to start to invade Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, one of the most population, or one of the highest populated nations on Earth, second only to Egypt. Yeah, that's official. Egypt now does have the largest population, or did. Actually, no, that's Victorian horde. And now Caspia is starting to threaten the capital. Egypt is a very, very unstable nation, so they could probably do some successful. That's why it was so successful at the start, but we're starting to see some pushbacks. And they're not really worried about this Jordan area anymore, as they're trying to protect the motherland, I guess. Oh no, Mesopotamia just lost to brown religious areas, and a bit more. And this is not the nail in the coffin yet. As you know, Egypt is still going to rally on something called nationalism and start to push back a bit. But a few of these major cities don't really want to join back, or most 90% of them don't. But this one will. And so the Brown Rebellion, who knows how long it'll last. And yeah, it's been 4 years since the war started. This mainly has been stalled out for a bit. This front hasn't moved yet, or actually it has. We'll get to that soon, or if it's in this video. Welcome back to the war. Yeah. Morocco. Yep, we're getting back to that immediately. And well, this area where they kind of broke orders, it's really complex. I forgot. Need to catch up on my own lore. I'm pretty sure they broke away. Or no. I forgot. But basically here, this Morocco nation, I guess I'm gonna call it Morocco now. It's going to start to invade this Western Sahara region, and there's no resistance. There's none. And so, they're going to get a bit deeper. There's still zero troops being found. Okay, this is a bit weird. They're going to start to push down. Here, no resistance. Finally, a few troops are going to fire back, or sword back, I guess you can call it. And, this area, and they will just capitulate. Yeah, Mauritania, I guess, or Guinea-Bissau is just going to fully capitulate to the Moroccan forces. So, yeah. And well, we're back to the old beast. We're back to Korea. Huh. And well, they will start Operation Expansion. They're going to start to expand a bit in the Coral team. They will also declare war on the gold, as they are very, very confident they will win. The capital of the Coral will not be taken yet. And well, the Silk Road puppet master may have been behind this all. And well, I'll explain that next episode. A document will be publicly leaked by a gold team diplomat gaining access to it, and how Baikal has pushed this whole world war in place. They will get declared war on by the Square team and the Circle team, leading into the Tripolar War. And well, the Korea will publicly join the Square Alliance. Next will be the Coral and Sakhalin will join also the Circle Alliance. And, well, let's see, you, Baikal, you will be joining on the Triangle Alliance. And they're not alone. They have their little best bud in the world joining in on the war. Yeah, their little best bud, whose name is, I forgot your lake's name, will also join in. Anyone else willing to help Baikal? Oh, Persia. Why? Why Persia? Why? Why Persia? Persia will join. Anyone else? Anyone. Literally anyone. Rhodes, you're joining? Anyone switching sides perhaps? You're switching sides? Cyprus? Why? What's happening? Cyprus, what's happening? Why is everyone joining the bad guy? Anyone else? No. No one else. And yeah, next episode we may see some expansion into the Americas. And this is where I think I want to leave this episode off at part 17. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.